Everything's live now. So welcome everyone. Good Shabbos. I'm very excited to be welcoming our Shabbos here with everyone. Many of our families from our Hebrew school are here with us. We're going to be celebrating Shabbat with everyone here today, and we're going to have some music with us, specifically because we're going to have a lot of our kids here, and they're going to be engaging with our service as well, singing with us up here on the bima. So we're going to start our service on page 6 of our Siddurim with Shalom Aleichem. And I'd like to invite up, as we're opening up this service, all of our kids to come on up here. We've got a stool for anyone who needs it.
That's Richard.
Yes, especially for Richard. Stay closer.
Get that height. Got your handful.
She's going to have a bunch of new classmates next year, including Micah, my son, and he's just about the same height. So,
Worked perfectly.
Looking forward to that. Let's sing too. All right, page 6. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei El Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamayim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamayim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamayim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamayim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'd like to now invite up a volunteer for our Shabbos candle blessings that begins on page 6 of our Siddurim. Do we have any volunteers who'd like to volunteer for our Shabbos candle blessings for today?
Not me again.
Liz, I think it's you. It's Liz.
I think so. Did you have to light it?
I will get the candle.
We can do this today, right?
No, we haven't done that yet. You'll do that
No.
first, and then
You first?
you can do it now.
Come, let us welcome Shabbat.
May its radiance illuminate our hearts.
Light is a symbol of the divine.
The eternal is my light and my salvation.
Light is a symbol of the divine within us.
The human spirit is the light of the eternal.
Light is a symbol of the divine law.
For the mitzvah is a lamp and the Torah a light.
Light is a symbol of Israel's mission.
I, the eternal, have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations. Now,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, O eternal, our God, who makes our lives holy through divine mitzvot and has commanded us to kindle the Shabbat lamp. May the eternal bless us with Shabbat joy.
Amen.
May the eternal bless us with Shabbat peace.
Amen.
May the eternal bless us with Shabbat holiness.
Amen. Thank you. now going to turn to page 9 and page 10 of our Siddurim for Lecha Dodi. Adodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor b'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmiyanu el chanuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'l'tila, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haberecha, merosh mikedem nesuka, sof ma'asa b'machshatila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Hi ori, kiva orech kumi ori, shir daberi, kavod Adonai alai nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Now we face the entrance or exit of our building as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Boi l'shalom atzeret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, tov emunei am segula. Boi kala, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Remain standing now for the Hatzi Kaddish found on page 11 of our Siddurim. Page 11 of our Siddurim, kids, we're going to all chant it together, okay? Who of you know the Hatzi Kaddish? You ready? All right. Anyone else want to volunteer? I know many of you know it, but who? Come on up. Our two students who are closest to the bar and bat mitzvah, come on up. You've got the microphone to yourselves. Get closer, get closer. Closer. Okay, there. Because this isn't working, I'm going to bring it closer.
There you go. Bring it back. Bring the mountain closer.
All right. Yitkadal.
Shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Yom
B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'payedecho Beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'yemeru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach le'olam alomei almaya Yitbarach. Brechu Tushbechat Zavenech Emata Damiran Mialma V'yemeru Amen. Shkoyah. Now we will join together on page 12 of our Siddurim for the Baruchu. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach 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 La 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 Page 13. Going to ask now, who would like to volunteer for some English? Page 13. We're going to join together in the English reading, but you're going to lead us. Okay. Eternal God, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, not let your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, ha-ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who brings on the evening. Page 14, we're going to join together with the translation for Avat Olam at the bottom of the page, together in English. With eternal love, you've loved your people, the house of Israel, Torah and commandments, statutes and judgments you taught us. Therefore, O Eternal, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will discuss your statutes and rejoice in the words of your Torah and your commandments forever. For they are our lives and they lengthen our days, and we will meditate upon them day and night. May you never remove your love from us forever. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who loves God's people, Israel. Page 15, we're going to join together for the Shema prayer. Page 15. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, my Pluto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod, my Pluto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You may be seated. We're now going to join together on page 16 of our Sidurims for the V'ahavta. I know many of you know the V'ahavta here, so come on up, get closer, get closer. Okay, we're going to do this together. Okay, page 16. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'chayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha U'v'letzecha v'aderech, u'shapbecha u'kumecha, u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha, ve'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'ktavtam al mizuzot beitecha, u'v'isharecha, le'man tizkeru Uvasitem ekol mitzvotai, v'yitem kirushim leilo lechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem mi'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lechem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet. Page 17, we're going to join together with the responsive reading. Eternal truth is that you alone are God, and there is none else. Let them beat their swords into plowshares.
Let them beat their spears into quiverings.
Let nation not lift up sword against nation. Let them study war no more. Let the stranger be in your midst, you as the native, for you were once strangers in the land of Egypt. Page 18, we join together from Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha Ba'alim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar Bai Kodesh, Nora Tehilot Osei Fele, Malchutecha Ra'u Banecha, Bokeyam Ifnei Moshe, Ze Eli Anu V'Amru, Adonai Imloch Le'olam Va'ed. V'ne'emar ki farad Adonai et Yaakov v'leomer hazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Page 19, we join together for the translation for Hashkivenu. Cause us, O eternal our God, to lie down in peace and to awaken us each morning to life renewed with strength. Spread over us the holy shelter of your peace. Curb also within us the inclination to do evil and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Guard our going out and our coming into life with peace from this time forth and forever. Page 20, we'll join together for Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doretai berit olam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doretai berit olam B'nei B'nei Yisrael oti le'olam oti le'olam oti le'olam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doretai berit olam Ki sheish yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doretai berit olam Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doretai berit olam. But now we'll turn to page 21 of our Sidurims as we rise for Tefillah, the standing prayer of the Amidah, page 21. Kids will face the ark now. Adonai sefer titach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotzeinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei HaKol V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imachot U'mevii Geula Livnei V'nechem Leman Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham De'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia Morid Atah Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Soimech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatzir Asurim Omekayem Emunato Lishemei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Giburot Umidol Melech Melech Mimit Omekayem Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atah Le'ahayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shim HaKadosh V'Chashim B'chol Yom Hallelujah Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. We daven silently until we join together on page 29 for Oseh Shalom. we're going to now join together for Oseh Shalom on page 29 of our Siddurim. Page 29 of our Siddurim for Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Shama Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. V'imru Amen. Alright kids, you can sit down now. You'll be back up soon though. So we have Simcha Shabbat for today, also on the calendar. So we're going to reserve the second part of when the sermon's completed to observing some simchas that are going on in our community. We're going to call up members who are observing a simcha, a special occasion. Come on up here as we do a blessing for everyone who is here observing a special occurrence this evening. Yes?
My granddaughter's
Oh.
graduation,
Mazel tov.
high school.
Mazel tov. We're going to come on up here after the sermon and we'll celebrate together. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. So, but first let's talk about our Torah portion. Before we get to the simchas, we're going to talk about our Torah portion. Okay? So good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. This week we journey into the heart of the book of Numbers, diving into Parshat Becholecha, a multifaceted and profoundly experiential part of our Torah portion. The Parsha covers diverse topics from the lighting of the menorah to the Israelites' complaints, the endless complaints they had in the desert, to Moses' leadership struggles. The title, Becholecha, it translates when you step in. It's an allegory to Aaron's actions of ascending to the light to light the menorah. And this isn't just a physical act that carries a far-reaching spiritual significance. And for this, we explore a little bit more into the text. We extract the first lesson from our Parsha reading of today. You see, our ancestor Aaron, he was assigned the task of kindling the menorah every day, consistently, without fail. The sages extol Aaron's dedication, emphasizing that despite the monotonous nature of this task, Aaron neither altered his routine nor ever faltered. His fervor and dedication, it was consistent, and therein lies an essential lesson for our spiritual learning beginning today in our Torah portion. Our daily prayers, our adherence to the mitzvot, they're all actions we repeat day in, day out, year to year. The challenge for us, like Aaron, is to perform them with unwavering enthusiasm, with a sense of purpose and commitment to discover the novel in the routine and the profound in everyday occurring Judaism. It's the fresh, invigorated perspective that keeps our traditions alive and always changing, and it allows us to experience spirituality in even the most mundane of routines. Although when we dive even deeper into our Torah portion of today, we witness something else. We witness the Israelites, their expression of dissatisfaction, their endless complaints, even upon the manna, which was miraculously gifted upon them, sustaining them from heaven. They yearned once again for the flavors of Egypt from Mitzrayim, conveniently overlooking their past afflictions and focusing solely on their current desires. It is a human tendency to dwell upon what we may lack, rather than appreciate what we do have. So what message do we glean from this narrative? The significance of gratitude and appreciation is an important one. It's one that we must all take to heart. Acknowledge those miracles, both large and small, that manifest in our lives day to day. This attitude of appreciation isn't easy to always maintain, but the path to contentment and fulfillment invariably traverses through the valley of gratitude. Aspirations can undoubtedly be a catalyst for progress, but unchecked desires can also lead to unhappiness and a lack of contentment. But finally, we come to that pivotal moment that I alluded to earlier upon the beginning of this Torah discussion. And that was the moment when Moses was overwhelmed by the weight of his leadership, and he appeals to God, exclaiming, "I cannot carry all the people by myself, for it is too much for me." That's from Numbers 11, verses 14. This is the moment when the Israelites begin to complain endlessly to Moses upon his leadership. And it is in this moment we see and witness the humility of Moshe Rabbeinu, our greatest leader. He acknowledges his own limitations and he pleads for assistance. And we've all had those moments in our lives. We can think back to moments when we felt like we have had endless responsibilities. And we can think about members of our community here, even at a time, who have devoted much time and energy to our community, time in, time out, year to year. And at times they need help and need support. And I'm excited to hear and see that some people, just from the discussions that were surrounding the last congregational meeting, some people are interested in helping out. And that is very important for a community to exist and to continue to thrive. That responding to that plea that occurs in this week's Torah portion, God instructs Moses to assemble 70 elders to share his burden alongside him. You see, real leadership need to reach out to those around them and request help when they are in need. And that I've already begun to see, and it's exciting to see here. But from this we learn that leadership isn't a solitary burden to be carrying. That's what we read in this week's Torah portion. It's about recognizing our own human limitations, shedding our own pride, and asking for help when it is necessary. And as individuals or as a community, we should never hesitate to seek assistance when it's needed. And it's okay at times to feel overwhelmed. And it's okay when needed to reach out for support for those around us, for a community. As we embrace this Shabbat and reflect on Parshat B'cholecha, let us strive to embody this lesson in our lives every day. Let us work to maintain our passion and dedication to our spiritual practices, just as Aaron did with the menorah and Moshe Rabbeinu did with his leadership. Let us work on fostering a sense of gratitude, recognizing the appreciation that everyday miracles constitute in our everyday lives. And when we are confronted with challenges, let us remember the humility of Moshe Rabbeinu, of Moses, our sage, acknowledging that it is perfectly acceptable to ask for help when the burden becomes too heavy around us. And with that message, Shabbat Shalom, Keni Hiritza, may it be God's will. May this Shabbos bring us peace, and may Parshat B'cholecha inspire us to approach life with a renewed sense of enthusiasm. Amen. So now we turn to our Simcha Shabbat. We're going to recognize some Simchas that are going on in our community. And for that, we're going to turn on page 39 of our Siddureens. Page 39, we have a responsive reading that we're going to begin our Simcha Shabbat portion of our service with. Page 40 is where the responsive reading will begin. I will call people up to, people will come on up. Who here is observing a Simcha right now, or have any loved ones who have a Simcha? I know I have a list. Don't make me pull it out. I have a list, and it's on our Roots. It's in our Roots newsletter, and I will pull it out if no one steps up. Come on up. I know there are people who are in this room who have Simchas going on this month. You had mentioned you have one coming up, right? Anyone else? Anniversaries, birthdays.
Come on up. Come on. I'm the only one that has a happy. Come on.
Come on down.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
I'm good. Professional. How are you?
That's a big one.
Well, we have a very big Simcha. Come on up. Sabrina, Bat Mitzvah is, of course, a great Simcha. Okay. It's coming up very soon. All right. So we're going to join together for the responsive reading on page 40, while everyone who has a Simcha is up here right now. Shout joyfully to the eternal, all the earth. Come into God's presence with singing. God made us, and we are God's. We enter God's gates with thanksgiving. Give thanks to God, bless God's holy name. God's love is everlasting. You are my God, and I will thank you. Oh, give thanks to the Eternal, for God is good. Tonight we gather with our families and families of families in gratitude. The milestone of birthdays, the anniversaries, the graduations. Tonight we celebrate Simcha Shabbat. Their empathy and kindness makes those times easier to bear. Your presence makes the wine taste sweeter and the challah more delicious. Oh God, we joyously welcome all who come into your house to celebrate and gratefully acknowledge your ongoing blessings in the simchas that we are acknowledging up here today. So, please tell us the simchas. I know the simchas, but share with us in the congregation again your simchas before the congregation.
Well, I guess two simchas. One, my first granddaughter is graduating and she's going to Northeastern University.
Mazel tov.
And second one, today I went to the Cancer Institute. They removed the drain from my neck. I had a tumor they had to get rid of, and I feel good and strong and back to work and happy to be here.
And your simchas.
So it's my anniversary at the end
Mazel
of
tov.
the month,
Mazel tov.
19 years.
Mazel tov.
And my daughter is having her bat mitzvah in 2 weeks.
Congratulations, very good.
Very exciting.
Shkoyach.
Let's celebrate with a song.
Hmm?
Sing it off.
Okay.
Give me all the time.
Mazel tov, sima tova, sima tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sima tova, sima tova, mazel tova, mazel tova, sima tova. Shkoyach, mazel tov. Now don't leave yet. Don't leave it. We still have one more thing to do. Okay? So we're going to stand right in the middle and we're going to do a bracha over you. The threefold benediction on page 42 of our Siddurim. Okay. So I'm going to raise my hand over your heads, and I'm going to give the bracha. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May the Eternal bless you and keep you. Ken yiratzon. Yeradonai panav alecha v'chunecha. May the Eternal shine the divine countenance upon you and be gracious unto you. Ken yiratzon. Yisadonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Eternal continue to show you peace and grant you peace always. Amen. Ken yiratzon. May it be God's will. Amen. Amen. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Listen to that.
So now our thoughts turn to members of our community who may be in need of a healing of a mind, body, and or of spirit. We turn now to the Misha Berach prayer. Misha Berach prayer may be found at the very back of our Sidurims. I have a list of names from our Misha Berach list. After the names have been read aloud, I'd like to ask if there's anyone who would like to add any names to that list, to please include those names and share them with us so that we as one community may pray for the healing of mind, body, and or spirit of your loved ones. On today's Misha Berach list are the following names: Evan Mitchell Wadika, Tzia Bat Markley, Elise Souza, Suzanne Madika, Rachel Badina, Yosef Ben Elka, Vicky Hyatt, Bill Natras, Miriam Nenville Ben Shira, Nachman Ben Malka, Shlomo Leib Ben Malka, Alan Lewis, Esther Bat Ruth, Yehuda Ben Joseph, Yars Pineri, Jeffrey Stein, Jeffrey Koffler, Aaron Evers, Claudia Schafter, Courtney Zabadek, Linda Bloom, Elaine Blitz, Linda Wilson, Rhoda Jacobs, Bucky Bunnell, Linda Goteb, Celia Stern, Myra Levis, Evie Schneider, Dr. Sharon Anita Wander, Sonia Richmond, Susan Skovernik, Yisrael Reuven Ben Devorah Alka, Stuart Kaufman, Ivan Radowitz, Ellen Thompson, Sharon Berman, Mindel Batya Batsura Riva, Yuvan Zamos, Asher Ephraim, Michael Berkowitz, Sonia Richmond, Josie Emma Libros, Eileen Whale, Tom Bunnell, Terry King, Hannah Batsura Riva, and Sharon Beckus. Are there any additional names anyone would like to pray for a healing of mind, body, and or a spirit for here today?
Michael Siegel.
Michael Siegel,
Mala Rosowski.
Hmm?
Mala Rosowski.
Mala Rozovsky,
Gloria Morrison.
Gloria Morrison,
Andrew Schraub, Gary Goss.
Andrew Schraub, Gary Goss,
And Eileen Pincus.
Eileen Pincus.
My dog.
Oh, your dog, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's still a bit sick.
Refuah Shlema to him, or her. Anyone else? Any other names? No? Okay. The words to the Misha Barak prayer may again be found at the very back of our citizens. We're going to rise as the ark is being opened for the Misha Barak prayer. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberak imotenu mikor habreka leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. You may be seated. It sounds like we have someone at the door. Is there? They didn't ring the bell, they were just trying to get in.
It's gotta be Phil.
I heard someone.
Who else would come this late?
They may have left, or maybe it was Elijah. Eliyahu.
I have a money on.
Nobody here?
Right. Well, Elijah, it's back again. I hear it. No, there is someone
That's
at.
not the door.
Is it?
Birds in the roof. Yeah.
No, I
I'm
think
pretty
there's.
sure it's like over
There,
there.
it's more. It was not Elijah. It was not.
The doorbell gave it away.
We're all gonna watch this.
And it is Phil. It is Phil.
Oh, but it's in work, we have to do it all over.
I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry.
Look at the recording back.
Yeah. All right. We're now going to rise now again for the Elenu prayer. I'd like to invite up all of our kids to come on back on up here for the Elenu on page 30 of our Siddurees. Page 30. Alright. Aleinu l'shabeach l'idun hakol lateit gedula li'otzeh breshit Shelo atzanu ki aratzot, velo samanu ki mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam kelkenu kachem, v'gor aleinu ki kol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehunatei Shamayim v'Yoser Haaretz, U'Moshev Yekaro b'Shamayim Ima'al, U'Shchinatu Zo, B'Govei Meroimim, Hu Eloheinu Einod, Emimokenu Efezulato, Hagatu v'torato v'yadata hayom v'hoshevota el avevecha ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim mima'al v'yal haaretz mitachad einod. Page 31 together. We therefore hope in you, O eternal our God, soon to behold the splendor of your might. Then will false gods vanish from the earth, and the idols will be utterly cut off, to heal the world through the sovereignty of the Almighty. Then will all acclaim you as their God, and forsaking evil turn to you alone. Let all who dwell on earth acknowledge that unto you every knee must bend, and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you, O eternal our God, let them humble themselves to your glorious name, let them give honor. Let all accept the yoke of your dominion, that you may rule over them soon and forever. For the dominion is yours, and you will rule in glory. As it is written, the eternal will reign forever and ever. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Vayom ha'u yeh Adonai echad. U'shemo U'shemo echad. You may be seated. Our thoughts now turn to members of our community who have recently passed. In a moment, I'll be reciting names from our monthly yahrzeit list, as well as members of our community who have recently passed. If there's any additional names that you'd like to add to either list, if you're observing a yahrzeit or in the period of Shoshim for anyone, please share with us those names so that we as one community may pay for the ascent of their soul to Shemayim, the heavens above. Today's yahrzeit list includes the following names: Janice Goodman, Justin Mayo, Solomon Spivak, Pauline Meyer, Kate Ginsburg, Rosa Katz, Ching Hassan Chow, Harry Frederick, Pearl Flam, Dorothy Leibowitz, Molly Solomon, Jenny Porras, Donald Etterman. Recently passed from our community are the following names: Raphael Marcus, Florence Schneider, Sylvia Tannenbaum, Florence Guttmacher, Philip Moret, Bruce Fleischig, Eleanor Harris. Are there any additional names anyone is observing a yahrzeit for here today or in the period of Shoshima? Aaron Karish. The words to the Mourner's Kaddish may be found on page 33 of our Sidurims. If it is your custom, please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 33. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divra hirutei v'yanlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yoymechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'ayigala b'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yaishmei Rabban Mivorak le'alam alamei almaya, Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh, v'yitzadar v'yitzaleh v'yitzalal, shemei d'kudusha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata l'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort all who are bereaved, and let us say, Amen. You may be seated. I'd like to invite up now a distinguished member of our board for our announcements of today. Who will it be? It's not a board member. Ooh. Will it be? It'll be our spokeswoman. Kids, you may well, yes, you may sit down in this front row, and then I'll call you up in just a moment.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.
And congratulations to all the students for completing a wonderful year. Saturday, June 10th, Torah study and worship with Rabbi Levy leading, virtual and in person, Torah study at 10, worship at 10:30. This Saturday only, Torah study and worship will be on Zoom. Link is on the weekly email. Office will be on summer hours for the remainder of June, which will be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We are still taking applications for a new administrative office assistant. Rabbi Colin will be on vacation in July. There will be no Friday night services in July. If you would like to lead a Saturday service in July, please contact Robin. Sunday, June 11th, 5:30 to 8 o'clock, Hasaba kept singing, followed by a Q&A with Avi. If you ordered dinner, please come at 4:45. Tickets are free but limited to the first 125. I've seen this movie. It is fantastic. Okay, Matt Medium is June 12th. What time?
12:30.
12:30. Social Action, June 14th on Zoom. What time?
Social actions.
See our website calendar for more information.
Okay, this wasn't on your weekly
I
email.
never put the times on
Okay.
the weekly. They say
Ritual Committee, June 19th. Sisterhood Dinner, June 20th. This one I need. What time?
5:30.
5:30 at Fresco's. Bat Mitzvah of Sierra Young Yao, June 24th. Siddur Committee, July 6th. Education Committee, July 14th. Congressional Picnic, August 13th. Blood Drive, August 27th. And the Bar Mitzvah of Max would come on September 9th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Robin, can I just add?
Yes.
to the-
Yes, this is the time to add.
I don't need to come up with so for Sierra's Bat Mitzvah project, she's collecting items for the animal shelter of Old Bridge. So there's a couple bins out in the lobby, and there's a list of items that they're looking for. So if you would like to donate,
Alright, kids can come back up here. So we gave a threefold benediction to everyone else for their Simcha Shabbat today, but we're also going to give you a threefold benediction for you completing this year of Hebrew school and looking forward to next year and all the excitement and all of the koyach that you've been bringing this year and continue into next year, all the strength. Okay. So we're going to do the threefold benediction that we said earlier. After each of the blessings are said aloud, we will say afterwards, Keni Yiratzon. Okay? Try to get into like a little circle so my hands will at least be symbolically raised above all of your heads. Okay. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmarecha. Keni Yiratzon. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Keni Yiratzon. May the Lord make the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom. Keni Yiratzon. May the Lord lift up the Lord's face to you and give you peace always. Keni Yiratzon. May it be God's will. Amen. We're going to now turn to page 34 of our Siddurim for Adon Olam, and then we'll have a concluding song at the very end of our service. Page 34. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Hezo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nigra V'Yachar Treikit Lo Takol Levado Yimloch Nora V'Hu Haya V'Hu Hoveh V'Hu Yiyeh B'Tif Ara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Lehamshilo Leachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit V'Lo Ha'oz V'Hamizra V'Hu Eli V'Chaye Goali Betzor Hevli v'Yetzara והוא ניסי אומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, ביעדו אף רוחי, ויצי שם מעירה, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא. So we have a very special song at the very end. It's going to be L'Dor V'Dor. John's going to be leading us in this song. It seems very practically, very relevant to where we are and where we find ourselves at the very end of our Hebrew school of this year, because we are seeing a transmission from one generation to the next, with the families being here and the children up here today.
We are gifts, we are blessings, we are history in song. We are hope and we are healing, we are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories, we are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. L'Dor V'Dor, nahid gon lecha. L'Dor V'Dor, we protect this chain from generation to generation. L'Dor V'Dor, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy, we are children of your way, and the words that bring us meaning we will have the strength to say. L'Dor V'Dor, nahid gon lecha. L'Dor V'Dor, we protect this chain from generation to generation. L'Dor V'Dor, these lips will praise your name. L'Dor V'Dor, nahid gon lecha. L'Dor V'Dor, we protect this chain from generation to generation. L'Dor V'Dor, these lips will praise your name.
Right, everyone? We're now going to break for our Kiddush as well as Chamotzi. Do we have anyone who'd like to volunteer for Chamotzi or the Kiddush for today? Looking right at him. Steve. Okay. And also we have a visitor today. Felice is visiting us, and I'd like everyone to try to introduce yourselves to her. This is her first time here. And welcome to our community. So, good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos.